Hello students, good morning to all of you. Today I am going to start a new poem and that is the Voice of the Rain, which was written by the very good and very famous and celebrated poet, that is the Walt Whitman. And I think this is a very sweet and short poem. First of all, let me tell you something about what is the poem is, the voice of the rain. That is the conversation between the poet and the rain. Now this looks awkward that how can the rain can speak, but this is one type of imaginary, and you can see the personification in the first sentence, the voice of the rain, voice and the rain. Later on I'll discuss it about the poetic devices. So first let me tell you about the summary. What is the outline of this or the story of this poem? This poem is about the rain and the cyclic movement of the rain, right? And how the rain explains its eternal journey in its birthplace. Now, what is its birthplace? That is the earth. That the poet is saying us that the earth is rain's birthplace, right? So the story is about, the poem is about the rain and that origin and how the cycle is going on. So here we find two voices. One voice is the poet voice and the second is voice of the rain, right? So it looks strange that that this rain is telling the poet and giving the reply of the poet's answer. So this is look different, but this is very important and very interesting story in this poem you can find. Now, this poem is also about the cyclic movement of rain, right? In this poem, you find this when we'll discuss it. Now, what is the cyclic movement? Now, the cyclic movement is that you know that I know from the science you understand this. In science, there is the water is evaporated in the form of water, right? So, water vapor के form में evaporated होता है water. Then after condenses in the sky, to form a clouds, right? Right now there is a rainy season. That's why I choose this poem so that you can understand and you can feel that feeling of this poem. Then condenses in the sky to form clouds and then rains down in the form of water into rivers, streams, ground and ocean, etc. So in the poem, the rain describes the eternal journey, right? Itself. It itself describes her journey, how it goes up and how it comes down, and what are the things that it provides us, right? So it is very interesting, and there are so many important things that we can learn in this poem. So let's start by line explanation of this poem. Okay. Now, I told you that this poem is a conversation between a poet and a rain, right? The rain explains its eternal journey in its birthplace. And what is its birthplace? That is the earth itself. Because rain comes from the earth rain is talking about. This poem is also about the life cycle of rain. Rain की life cycle क्या है? That is also the poem is telling us. Now, what the other thing that the poem is about, right? I told you in the beginning that in the poem, the water rises from the land and the bottomless sea. That is the cyclic movement of rain. And I told you before this video that the scientific reason that how the rain comes, right? So water rises from the land and bottomless sea in the form of vapor. It then changes its form, transforms itself into cloud. It comes down to the earth in the form of rain to wash the drought, provide water, give life to unborn and latest seeds inside the earth. In short, the rain purifies and beautifies the earth. So this is the short summary of the poem, that the voice of the rain. Now let's see. Now I told you this about in the science what happened. The water is evaporated in the form of water vapor, condenses in the sky to form the clouds. Okay, I hope you know that, and you know that how rain comes. So that is here rain itself is talking about its journey. Okay, now how it starts. And what art thou, said I to the soft falling shower. Now I is here, is I is a poet. Poet asks the soft falling shower. Now, soft falling shower means not heavy rain, but small droplets of water that is coming from the sky. So the poet is asking the water over the soft dropping droplets, that who are you? Now, who art thou? That is means, who are you? Which strange to tell, give me an answer, as here translated. Now it is very strange to me that the water, the rain, gives me the answer, and here I translated. And I translated what? Because we don't know what was the answer given to the poet. So he translated here that what is the answer? I am the poet of earth, said the voice of the rain. Now, who are you? Now, what is the answer? The answer of the rain is that I am the poem of earth. मैं क्या हूँ? I am the poem of earth. Earth की poem हूँ. Said the voice of the rain. That the rain says that I am the poem of the earth. Now, here you can see that the rain told the poet that she cannot be touched as she rises in the form of water. Okay, उसके बाद आएगा. Eternal I rise impalpable out of the land and the bottomless sea, upward to heaven, whence vaguely formed, altogether changed, yet the same. Now, what do we mean by eternal? Eternal means never ending. Okay. Now, the impalpable means which cannot be described, जो आप describe नहीं कर सकते, and which cannot be touched, which cannot be perceived by your senses, right? So the rain is like that. You cannot be perceived by your senses, out of the land and the bottomless sea, right? So the vapor that goes up, that is impalpable, that is cannot be sensed, that cannot be touched with our senses. Upward to heaven, whence means where, vaguely, not clearly formed, altogether changed, and yet the same. Now I told you that water goes up from the land and bottomless seas ocean पर से जाता है, upward to the heaven in the form of vapor, where vaguely formed, altogether changed, where my formed is changed, which is not clear, and it will be changed in the clouds, right? So here the whole meaning of the stanza is that the rain told the poet that she cannot be touched as she rises in the form of water vapor, right? That the water which goes up, that is which is not perceived by and not touched by our senses, in the sky, from the land and the bottomless sea. Now that bottomless, here you can see that the bottomless means what? There is no bottom, that the depth is so high, so that means ocean. Now we know that the ocean has a bottom. There is a land. There is a deep land inside the water. But here poet used this bottomless sea or ocean. I'll discuss it later. This is the poetic devices that the poet has used here. It changes its shape. Now the vapor which goes up, it changes its shapes and turned into a clouds, and but it remains the same. Though it changed its shapes, but it remains the same. The vapor changes into clouds due to condensation, right? I hope you understand this stanza very well. Now going further, I descend to level the droughts, atomies, dust layer, dust layer of the globe, and all that in them without me were seeds only, latent, unborn. Right? So now descend means come down. So when I go up and I changed my altogether, I changed my origin. That is the vapor changed into the cloud, and then it come down to lave the drought. Now to lave the drought means to wash out the drought. Drought means the scarcity of water. So to provide the water to wash the atomies. Atomies means small particles and dust layers of the globe. Okay. So I would like to come back and to wash out all these atomies, droughts and dust layers of the earth. And all that is them with me were seeds only, latent, hidden, unborn. And on the earth, there are the seeds which are unborn, which are hidden. They will grow up. And forever by day. Okay. यहाँ तक हम देखते हैं. Now, what is the whole meaning of this stanza, right? मैंने बोला condenses into water droplets, right? When they grow up, they make a cloud and condenses into water droplets. It also says that although its forms gets changed, it remains the same. This is the pin line, or so you can say that very important line of the poem, that though it is changed, but it remains the same. My origin remains the same. The rain comes down to wash the drought and provide water. Now you can see here the sentence that the rain goes to many difficulties and then come back. You can also relate it with your life also. That we come from one origin, from one family, right? And we go out and have so many knowledge and experiences and all the hurdles and difficulties and problems in our life, and at the end we come to our home, in our origin. But sometimes what happens, we are forgetting our origin and we are not remaining the same at the end of our life, because that is the thing that we have to learn from the rain, that though whatever is going on in around you, but you have to remain the same as your family, and as your parents are teaching you that you have to learn and you have to obey your family. Don't mess out with the world and what the other things are going on, what the problems are going on in your life. That thing that there is the family which supports you and which remains the same throughout your life. Your parents, your siblings, your grandparents, your cousins, all remains the same. They will around you all the time, though you go away and will come back after that. The rain comes down to wash the drought and provide water. It also washes away the dust and the small particles from the earth's surface. I told you, it gives life. Okay, and the seeds inside the earth grows into a plant because of the water provided by the rain. It gives life to the seeds, right? So I hope you understand that what is the whole cycle of the rain, then how it arises and then it came back on the earth, that what it gives. It provides water and it washes away all the dust and atomies, and also give life to the seeds which and they grow up as a plant which are unborn and latent, means buried and hidden inside the earth. Okay, and forever by day and night I give back life to my own origin. Now here also you find a very good message that when I read this line that I found this message. First, let me tell you that what is the meaning here. That and forever. Now, forever, it never stops, right? So it doesn't mean this year this thing happen and next year this will not happen. This will happen. This cycle is going on day and night. Okay, that the water came, they goes inside, they give breathe and they give life to the seeds. Then the vapor goes up and the condenses into the water clouds, and then it comes back into the water droplets, right? So this goes day and night, forever, never ending, right? I give back life to my own origin. Now here it itself gives life to its origin, right? How? When it goes back and it comes to down to the earth, its origin, and now sometimes we think that now everything is ended, right? Something happened in your life, there will be no ray of hope, and sometimes we think that there is nothing left in my life, and I don't want to live, and so many negative things are coming in your life. But here, like a rain, you have to give back life to your own origin, right? Because you know that from which family you are belongs to, that your parents that gave you that message, that manners, and that love and strength to you, that they know that you can give back life to what they have given to you, right? So we have to learn these things, though we are very much upset and very struggle in life. We have to learn from the rain that we have to give back what is given to us in our life, right? So the rain says that. Now what the rain says? The rain says that, sorry, okay, the rain says that the day and night it provides life, care and enrichment and water to the place from where it originated. Now whatever the things is given to me by the earth, right? Earth is the mother of the rain. So I am giving back that whatever is given to me by my originator. The rain keeps enhancing the beauty and purify of earth by preparing the life cycle of itself again. Now, so you know that what are the things that that rain undergoes in the water cycling, right? The life cycle, that is the water cycle of rain, that it's going through so many process, and here it gives or enhancing the beauty, purify the earth, and again ready for the life cycle of itself again. Okay, so we have to learn from the rain. So though so many things and so many problems comes into your life, you have to be very clear that I would be stand still. There are my parents, they will support you, and there are the ray of hopes in your life, like rain, that you can give your best, and you go further and you can achieve whatever is your origin is. Okay, and make pure and beautify it, I told you. Now here there is one last line which is written in a bracket, and this is very important line. Okay, for song issuing from its birthplace after fulfilling wandering, racket or unracket, duly with love returns, right? So now here the poet is comparing the rain with the song, right? Now how song is created? The song first created in the heart of the composer, right? A singer, right? Then he sings the songs people that the singer's songs goes to the world. Everybody is enjoying it. Some are not enjoying it, and the singer is enjoying her. It's he or she is enjoying their feeling, and record or unrecord, record and unrecord, duly with love written. Though if it was loved or not loved, or accepted or not accepted by the people, it will come back to the singer with love returns, right? With lots of love, it will come back to the singer. The same happened with rain also and the song also. So here there is a comparison between the song and the rain. The cycle of the song and the rain of the song, the cycle of the rain is the same. So let's see the what is the exact thing is that. Okay, no issue. The rain is like a song that originated from its birthplace, that is birthplace, just like the heart. Okay, and just a second. Okay. The rain is like a song that originated from its birthplace, just like the heart of the singer. I told you that the song is originated from the heart of the singer and travel to fulfill the earth's needs and wonder. Now, how to fulfill the earth's needs and wonder? Now you know that the song goes to the all over the world, and it was played in any pub, any dance, in any marriage, or at any homes, right? So it needs and wonder earth's need, right? So because people are needing the song to wash their feelings, to make them light, right? By hearing this song, so fulfill the earth's need and wonders, and it wanders here and then, and it finally come back to the place from where it originated. Means it come back to the poet also, the singer, right? Poet ke singer ke paas वापस आता है, where it is ruined or not, whether it is ruined or not. Means अगर वो अच्छी है या नहीं है, it wanders and come back. It returns to the original position with a lot of love to its birthplace, right? Because आपको पता है कि there is a lot of love of the singer's song, so it will come to the singer. Okay. Now here I told you the difficult words also. Now let's talk about some poetic devices. Now which are the poetic devices uses? The first one is the personification. Now what is personification is? A non-living thing as a living thing in the poet, right? So kya hai, that is here you can see that. Let me show you that where is the I am the poem of the earth, said the voice of the rain. So here the personification is used. Why? The voice is the element of the living thing, that is the human senses and human thing, which is related to the rain, which is non-living thing. So here the poet used the non-living thing to the living thing. So it is a personification. Okay. Now, next is the next personification. उसके बाद metaphor. What do you mean by metaphor? Metaphor means an indirect comparison between the qualities of different things. For example, I am the poem of earth. Rain here, poem is, rain is compared to the poem, right? Here the poet is saying that rain is saying that I am hyperbole. Now, what is hyperbole? Hyperbole means when the poet was exaggerating any statement or any words. So that is the hyperbole. Hyperbole. Here you can see that bottomless sea. In my discussion, I told you that bottomless sea. So ocean, there is, if you see the ocean, there is a bottom at the depth, right? But here the poet has exaggerated it so much that he used that bottomless sea, ocean or sea, right? So that is the use of hyperbole in the poem. The next is imagery. Imagery means you can imagine or you can visualize the description of something which is given by the poet. For example, here you can soft falling shower. Now, soft falling shower, when you close your eyes, you can imagine that soft falling shower means soft water droplets coming from the sky. So this is the visual description. From reading the sentence, you can imagine and you can visualize that sentence in real. So that is the imagery is also used in this poem. Now you have to do this all the grammar portion and question answer related to the poem. And for that, if you want to make a different notes for Hornbill and snapshot, it's up to you to prepare or make a note between, make a part between the notes. It is okay with me. It's depend on you, right? So what you have to do, that you have to read the whole question answer from the reference book, and then you have to understand it, and then write down that references in that answer, question answer in your notebook, and related grammar portion to the topic